There's a lot of talk recently about gratitude. And there's been a lot of talk for a long time, for millennia, about grace, the idea of grace. I feel both now. I'm here deep in the ancient Appalachian Mountains near Asheville, North Carolina, the city of light, the Appalachian city of light. Lived here for a decade and a half after visiting for a half decade. And these two words are so palpable for me whenever I'm out here in nature like this. I can hear waterfalls in different directions, birds everywhere, little flying creatures, monarch butterfly right there. Here's some planes. Can hear some cars way off in the distance. I'm here deep in Pisgah National Forest. And I just wanted to share a little bit from the ancient Aramaic language of Yeshua, Jesus, or Yeshua, about the word gratitude and the word grace. One of those things that have been taught for so long in Christian teachings, Roman Catholic Church, etc., is that grace comes to those who are unworthy. Grace is something that's God-given. Grace is something that, as if God is somehow some outside source, anthropomorphizing again, making God like a human, separated, when God's the one, not two. Grace somehow is bestowed upon us when we have that lowly, meek heart, when we give in to everything and allow ourselves to be broken down. Somehow grace moves in. The actual truth of this is, in fact, that in Yeshua's language, Aramaic, the word grace is exactly the same as the word gratitude, tebuta. That is a really precious gift to understand. Understanding that grace is not something that moves in when we're broken down, when we're somehow unworthy, as lowly as we are, and we're still getting the grace of God, quote unquote, again, that separate God, but rather that grace is awakened. Grace can vibrate through the open heart, through our gratitude. If there's anything that I think we've really gotten a hold of, I hope so, on a deep level in our culture, especially here in the West, in the last 20 years in so many spiritual teachings, it's the power of gratitude. Unfortunately, there's so many that teach that as if be grateful so you can get stuff. And of course they'll say, no, that's not what I'm teaching, but that's okay. It's just pure, open-hearted, unadulterated gratitude that awakens grace in our lives. Only in the deepest spaces of the heart can we really feel these energies, these vibrations, and only when the heart's open. So think about that next time when you're waiting for grace to somehow bestow itself upon you from an outside source, some sort of outside God. Realize that grace is a choice, and that choice is manifest and or made obvious through gratitude. Through the gratitude for what is, the gratitude for the blessings and the deep riches that we have on a day-to-day basis. The gratitude of simply being able to breathe in, to take that next breath. It's always about one breath of life because there is only one breath of life. I just wanted to offer this gift to you. Again, gratitude, grace, same word in Aramaic, the word is tebuta. I tone that sometimes. Tebuta, which is nice. But I tend to say it under my breath a lot. Tebuta, tebuta. Kind of sounds like tabletop. Tebuta, tebuta. It's something that I use a lot in my toning circles. Tebuta, tebuta, tebuta. So remember that sound, tebuta. Remember that grace comes from within because there's nothing without. And that's awakened through gratitude. Tebuta. Namaste. Amen. And so it is.